infinite, even dare I say, handsome wisdom, boop, I'm back. Where did I go? What did I do? Nothing. I just didn't want a game today. And I realized it has been a hot minute since I said, welcome back to Low Energy Videos. We're just gonna hang today. I've got a big list of things to watch, and I can talk to chat, and we can listen to tunage. As is ancient tradition, like, share, and subscribe. Check out the links down below. Good news! On the Twitch front, my check did clear from you guys. I was wondering where that money came to. And it just popped into an ether. It took a couple of days, but it worked. So I guess you guys over on Twitch, do follow me over there. When you send me money, it's not just being tossed into a big old incinerator. I get a percentage. A do. But listen, we are also graced with a stream goal. Anything given, greatly appreciated, never required. And this is important. If you're on the Discord, which you should be anyway, two things. One, toss out any suggestions you want me to see tonight over there in the channel suggestions. And two, on Tuesday we're doing another watch party. We had a very cool one yesterday where we watched K-pop Demon Hunters. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, that's the shill. That's the shill. That's the whole damn shill. The shill. Shill. Norway. As background. And for music, royalty-free, post-punk, new wave, witch house, sad synth, goth. Can't read the rest. The important thing is it's royalty-free. Let's go.
Rolling.
Oh, your boy is back. Don't know how long I'll run for. Probably for as long as I can stay with this damn leg. There. Make it a little less loud. I like this. I posted it in music. Now, how about we talk about a few basics? Such as, this Sunday, we got the Pitmung episode. I'm still seeing tons of articles released about the dude. It's all the same. You know, he was a TikToker. He was a streamer. He died in... I've seen an AI video about his death, which is wild. I saw, you know, people going, oh my god, I can't believe he's dead, and all that stuff. Like I said, I'm going to talk about it on Sunday, but if you got any suggestions of clips of Pitmunk you like, send it our way. Red Eye will be there. We might wrangle up Raisin. I have a feeling she might want to swing on by. At least in the chat. Also, in less than a week's time, we have Chesh for UFF. Honestly, I need to be in the perfect right mood to stream without any topic. But because this Sunday we're going to be so focused on Pitmonk, I have a massive backlog that won't see the light of day. So I had the content, and I was going to play Assassin's Creed. But quite honestly with you, I looked at Assassin's Creed 3, and I had tons of stuff to do. We'd only really scratched the surface of the story so far. And I just was not in the mood. I had hit my wall with Assassin's Creed. We'll come back to it, as we came back to it the time before and the time before that. But I have so many other things I want to do. Like, I've got all these different games that we can start and what have you. Speaking of, the poll at the top of the screen there. Anyone who hasn't, please go and vote. Even if you don't plan to watch it. Go and watch, go and vote, and then think, I would like that, you know? Because I'm curious to see your feedback. Because the Fallout streams are going to be... Fallout 4 will be very long. It'll take a long time to do it. And it'll mostly be full up of me... building bases. I'll do side quests and shit. But mostly I'll be building bases. And I absolutely cannot stress this enough. We will be listening to audio dramas and audio books and history lectures and anything I can legally get away with. This will be over on Twitch. So you guys constantly voting for that, as cool as it is, you gotta remember, there'll be a lot of downtime. Where New Vegas won't be a lot of downtime. I'll top load Vegas. I'll do all the nerdy min-maxing shit I'm aware of. Bakersfield is new. And Fallout London, it's a hell of a thing too, but it's also going to take forever. Now, I say all this. We are currently sitting at... Yeah, it's all Fallout 4. Everyone here... It seems to just want me to play Fallout 4 and build my base empire. Which will be very happily done. Oh! And anyone who has Nomad Sky and wants to do some multiplayer, we'll be doing another one of those on the 3rd. So be sure to tune in for that. I think that's everything I can shill, you know? So, what we're gonna do is, we'll let this song play out, and then we'll go and watch some videos. I have an urge to do this, listen to this song. Oh. Been reading a lot. I'm halfway through the Silmarillion right now. Took me long enough. After that, I'm going to read Fourth Wing and then get back to Warhammer. And also finally got through King of the Hill, the new season. Pretty good. It feels sad, the last few episodes, because, well, we lost two of the voice actors. It's kind of a big deal. But I liked it, and I think if they want to make another season, they can, but I don't know. It seems almost like it's tempting fate at this stage. I'm looking here at my game list. Nearly everything I have here is for a stream. I'm starting to mod Fallout 4 because I can see the writing on the wall. I'll start modding Fallout 4 for the appropriate mods. Alright, this was only 2 minutes. Boop. And as you can see here, Video Norway. Piano relaxing. But fuck the music. I bring my own tunes to low energy. If you're wondering about the background too, when I was setting up the flag, I just didn't think it looked very good. I should find something to have here, you know? It's a big open spot. I'm not sure what. But for now, I will keep it simple. Very minimalistic. Something I'm very cool with. Because I am very cool. Except for now where I'm a little stuffy. The sun's coming down. Which normally should make things cooler. But we live out in a swamp. And it's summer. I missed the big bucket I had where I could just put my feet in water. That was good. I just had a damp bath. Snuggie stays on until it's too hot. Alright. Alright. Preamble's over. Ooh. Ooh. Rolling. I like this one, picture of a guy with a Lego head on, in a suit, sitting at a, looks like a bus stop in the middle of the night, in a shopping cart. Shopping trolley. But let's have a gander. It needs to be a bit of a long video, because I don't need to worry about shorts. I can go as long as I want for this. A lot of Pimp Monk stuff. Oh yeah. Let's start with this incel rage bait.
Age.
Boop. Just eating some toasted ravioli. Ooh. Tangy. Single at 38 in New York. For starters, what part of New York? And number two, you almost couldn't have a more perfect sort of racial sort of stereotypes left to right. Like, the guy on the left looks like a barbecue. Like, he looks like the concept of just barbecuing in the summertime. And the guy on the right looks like what conservative America thinks the concept of urban is. Heavy U. Big, giant U. But I've seen this from I saw it from Vosh looking at it. So, of course, if I can't steal his cats, I will indeed steal his content.
36.
Are you single?
Yeah, I am.
What's it like dating women in New York?
It's great, man.
Alright, why did he say dating woman? He didn't say dating the woman. He said dating woman.
Dating women in New York?
Yeah, not dating the, just dating.
What's it like dating women in New York?
Dating woman in New York. Has he been trained on AI? That is, no. I don't know why that particular line is pissing me off more than his weird voice, which is indeed brought up.
It's great, man. The women in New York are there's a large variety. There's people from all over the world, super ambitious. If you're
I date rape all of them. Roofies as far as the eye can see. Then my rich daddy makes the problem go away.
looking for like a high quality woman, this is the place to find them.
So would you say it's easier to date women in a
I'm
big
not
city
saying
like
this about
New York,
either of
or
these
do
people.
people have a better shot in the smaller cities?
No, I think this is the place to do it because you got a lot of ambitious women that are super successful.
Okay, that's true, but here's the counter to that. I've gotten laid in New York, Philly, not Chicago, and Toronto, right? I'm sure I'm missing out somewhere. But you know... Give me a second. Yeah, let's go with those. But multiple times, Omaha. So, you know, I kept on going back to the Midwest. I also got more dates out in the Midwest too. I got one or two out in like Ohio and shit, but mostly I'd get them in Nebraska. I never went out further west. Maybe it would then taper off and it was just a Midwestern thing, or maybe it was and the more west you go, period, the more whatever the fuck I bring to the table was more appealing. But New York, mostly in my pay bracket, New York was too expensive to like really hit the town beyond a single night. So, because you know it's rich as fuck. Even the crappier parts of New York, prices are ridiculously high. And you know, you're like, oh, why don't you go to Philadelphia? It's the same in Philly. You do have to go outside of like the big cities along the East Coast there. I don't know if you go down farther south, if you go down to like Atlanta, what the prices are like there. I imagine that has a great nightlife.
Are career-oriented, smart, beautiful, and I mean, you got a variety of women from all over the world.
But when you meet a woman
Taurus.
who is career-oriented and super successful...
Female. Woman. That voice, man.
Does that make it easier for you to date her?
Yeah, I think so.
How come?
She's obviously prioritizes her own success, so she obviously thinks intelligently about her future. So I think she would include you in that thought process.
I don't For me, that's never been a problem. I've never been one of those guys who cares if a girl's making more or less than me. I care more about if I get along with her. That's it. Like, if I can end up having a great night just doing shots with some fucking, like, single mom who spends her days in a shitty job she hates, like answering calls or something like that, and picking up like fucking frozen pizzas for the 12th night in a row because she can't afford anything else and the kids are hungry. You know, I don't think, wow, she's so fucking pathetic. Like a lot of these douche losers who call themselves giga chads, like alphas, prime men. Yeah, no. I would have nothing in common with the women that these guys go after anyway. You mean 9 shots in snoozu? That's the thing. When you go out with girls like that, it's sometimes just outright stated. You're just there like, oh, you don't have to worry about a place to crash. You're coming home with me. Fucking let's make it a double. The woman knows what she likes. I always say this. I like when I come across as sort of like the big strong man to lean into my more dominant side. But I also like when the tables are turned and the woman knows exactly what she wants and exactly me shaped it is. Fuck yeah. Like, don't preamble about it, especially if they're almost always roughly my age or even a little bit older. What's the point of fucking around? Like, god damn, we're here to get laid, or we're here to have a good time, or we're here to do both, ideally. Let's get absolutely smashed and eat some fucking, I don't know, some fucking fast food on the way back. And go back to your place and we'll bang and then, you know, take you and the kid out for pancakes in the morning. Then you can drop me off back at my hotel and we wish each other well. No, it's pretty straightforward and equal opportunity and everyone's kind of happy. Except probably the kid who's wondering, am I their new daddy? Which, no. If I am, Mom kind of dropped the ball in telling me that one. Why did he never come back? Blame it on Trump. There. I'll sneak in a little bit of personality and personal failings. Blame the many illegitimate children I might have left in America on Trump. Yeah, even the ones that were made before he became president.
Process. But do you think that those women are okay dating men below them in their tax bracket? Or do they want the guy who is at least making the same amount of money or more?
Do you really talk like that all the time, or is that like a voice for the interview?
It is such a strange way. I don't even know people who do this when English was not their first language. It is so performative. I hate anything like this when it's AI, so why is it like this when it is a person of flesh and blood? It's... Every time I hear something like this, I always think of that time, the last time I went into a proper phone shop to think about buying a brand new top-of-the-line phone, and the guy was so robotic, he might as well have T-posed out of the office at me, activating sales. Do you like AI? No, I don't like AI, and you're standing really close to me. Dude, this is why I buy secondhand. Like the fucking immigrant guy who runs the PC repair shop down there. I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for a phone around about 200, 300 range. And he's like, I got for you, man, this one here. Now he's trying to fleece me. But here's the counter of it. He's a real person who's performing a real grift. This AI thing is talking about AI and how great AI is and all these different payment plans. I'm like, I don't want payment plans. No, I don't want payment plans. I want to go... Why the fuck am I tangenting? I'm tangenting on a phone for a dating thing. Jesus Christ. Bearded ramblings. The beards might go, but the ramblings will never cease.
There's no fucking way.
It's however you make it.
No, dude.
However
no way
you
when
make
you're talking
it.
to your homie behind the camera, that's your voice. Wait, are you gonna break character? Wait, what was the question again?
Do you think
say it in your real voice, not in the...
That is my real voice.
No,
voice.
it's
No,
not.
there's no way that's your real voice. That's like a Bane character for Batman or some shit. Come on, bro. Say it in your real voice and I'll answer the question.
Do you think?
Come on, no.
Do you think?
Yo, you guys are fucking with me.
But all right, even if that's his real voice, why does he talk like that? Like, who trained him? The same guy who trained Andrew Tate to walk? Like, it's so much. It gives me flashbacks to that dude who was like rubbing banana peel on his face and opening up water, always giant expensive bottles of water to drink. It's so... Oh, it's so internet.
Shit.
Do you think?
I'm sorry, man. It's cool.
Do you think that high value woman?
Real quick, I'll follow you, my nigga. Come on, bro.
Thank you.
Real nigga, bro. Come on.
Do you think that top earning women are interested?
I can't. I'm sorry, I can't take you seriously. Whatever you've got going on here, I'm not the target audience. Goodbye. And I would just say... and I would occasionally point back and laugh at him. I'm sorry, but whoever taught him English is shine my work shoes with a banana peel. You should, but then you get that Archer meme of ants. Do you want ants? Because that's how you get ants. Also, don't next time you go to the pool, make sure to jump and then freeze for 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
In dating men who are making less than them here.
Yeah, I mean, I think money shouldn't matter.
It's true. Now, it's true. At the same time, you don't want to be... if you're not comfortable with propping somebody up, like, oh, I want to go on this holiday to, say, like, fucking New Zealand at the drop of the hat. I've got this money, but you don't. Spiders keep me safe. Now you got spider webs everywhere. Don't worry. We'll release a type of snake that will eat the spiders. But, yeah, like, money shouldn't be an issue. There's no reason for me to shoot it down. Money shouldn't be an issue, but it is when, like, you want to do... When you've got a goal and you need to find someone to match it and you just can't. But that is something that you can overcome really easily. Like, I'm poor. And I realize that now just because of me stop drinking every week. Just how poor I am. Just because, like, oh wow, all this extra cash is flooded in. When people like these can go out and they can spend 80, 90, 120 a night on like drinks every night if they want it, at least when they're in their 20s. It's just, Jesus, no. Fuck no. Like, I am not spending that. I want to make a drink now. Then go and make a drink if you want a drink. I cannot have a drink. Not until Belfast, which is it's on the 17th. But I might be leaving here as early as the 16th. And I might be gone until the 19th, depending on how it goes. But that's my goal. My goal is to at least the 16th to not have a drink. Haven't even hit first week yet, so it's fine. But yeah, like, money can hold you back. You don't want to be propping somebody up, but at the same time, you know, there are bigger issues. Do you enjoy the person's company? Do you find them sexually attractive physically? Do you agree on enough things that you can find peace in your house rather than just constantly having a fight over politics or religion or standards of something or other? Do you have the time for each other? In fact, that might be the biggest thing. Do you have the time for each other? If you can't do that, then there's no relationship. In which case, okay, don't have a relationship, just fuck. Here is Cinderella's mice are traumatized. Dimension 20 animated. Ooh. Oh, this is like a Critical Role thing, isn't it? Or like a Critical Role inspired.
She came here once back a long, long years ago, but and she shifted us. She did.
Oh, you're the people of this town.
No,
No?
she had done turned us into the people of this town. We's the mice of this town.
Who are? Well, that's a great accent. Hell yeah. That's some Hobbit tier shit. Fuck yeah.
The mice of this town that she turned into the people of this town, and now you're mice again, but you can talk?
My cousin Ogbert was turned
Ogbert?
into a man. He was something terrible. It were right off her, marm. I was scurrying about looking for a bite of cheese, I was, and a lady shown up as she done with a crown and wings and that floating and that, and she had come out to help. There was a giant, you know, like yourself, a human, and she was a nice enough lass. And
I like how it's all in German, because it's meant to be like a really ominous fairy tale.
we shared some crumbs for us, and she slept right there in that bed by the fireplace. And one night as it were, she took her wand up like this, she did, and she turned us into people.
Oh, no.
It was like we wanted to drive a coach made out of a pumpkin to a ball, and we came back and we remembered everything about it. She made us want to be good servants, and we didn't even understand things like that.
Oh. So...
She gave you, for 4.5 hours, she gave you the concept of self and sentience, higher learning, like, and then she just abandoned you.
It was a whole 4.5 hours it was of being people, unnatural like. She does it, you know. She'll see some young lass who wants to win Queen of the Mayfair, and she don't care, no difference, and she'll make a donkey a butler and a mouse a coachman and a bucket into a valet. And then there I am, a man talking to a man, but I'm a mouse and he's really a bucket.
This is kind of what Chesh was talking about a few weeks back. About how, you know, you can transform something into something, right? In say D&D. Well, what's a chair that's now gained the ability to be a person gonna do? Is it gonna be like out of was it Love, Death and Robots, where the spoilers, but the artist who did everything in life had gained more and more sentience just to be better at cleaning the pool, and then he had to he wanted to regress because life became too complicated and complex, and all he wanted to do was just clean the pool. So he just starts taking parts of him off until he's just the basic little robot that cleans the pool. Return to pool, you know? I got a mixed berry and Red Bull to mix my rum with. Ah yes, let's mix alcohol and Red Bull. That's always a good thing. What was it, a stimulant with a depressive? Yeah.
If you think about it, that could be a man.
No, I can't.
She'll turn you into anything at all.
Can I help you?
What?
Do you want to come with us?
No, please, just don't tell anyone we're here. She hadn't come back.
Oh.
As long as there's not. Wait a minute. You're a young lassie.
No.
Ah!
I'm actually
What did she look like?
118.
You're 108. You look great.
Thank you so much.
They broke character right at the end. I don't know who these people are, But yeah, the more you think about it, like, ooh, how about you turn a chicken wing into a, I don't know, an elf. They'll remember being a chicken wing, maybe. They might not remember being a chicken wing. And an elf. Ooh. 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 That opens so many doors. All of which are nightmarish. Sure, you can overcome it in theory and become like, they're glad to be able to do bigger things. Like maybe the elf can help run a farm where chickens are raised the way chickens want to be raised because they know. But maybe you'll also be able to tell you which chemicals hurt the most when put on the air fryer. Alright, let's see. Polite Space Marine.
Did you know that Abaddon the Despoiler is quite the cocktail connoisseur?
Oh, no. I already looked at this one. Now, what new madness? Nutrient.
Huh?
I like nutrient.
Why is all of the food soft?
Because a child could choke on solid food.
I'm pretty sure you can choke on liquid too.
Okay. We need more things that will just turn someone to stone. Of course, once you find it out, it's its new weapon of war, right?
What?
You are a baby. For your safety, you cannot use the following features. If you find this estimate being activated, please contact Data Corp with a credit card or valid ID. Ah, okay, this is... Yeah, send or die.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll go skip rocks in a pond or something.
What the hell's that? Gaseous. Just gaseous.
I want to look up subversive topics and also breasts.
Breasts are good. No!
Mommy has a credit card.
Mommy, okay. There's a lot to unpack on that image there.
Dude, I'm literally freaking hacking right now. I'm literally a hacker, man.
Then hacking. Okay.
So as I'm sure you're all well aware, the such and such situation has been pretty here and there lately.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say it's about time we concede to YouTube and Google on this one, guys. We just can't expect parents to use YouTube Kids or set parental locks or watch after their child or be the slightest bit responsible.
It's true. Could you imagine a parent saying no to a child? I mean, you got the other end of the spectrum. That guy, Dobson, who died today. Fuck yeah. The first death this week that's actually been positive. He believed in, like, breaking the will of children and remaking them as, like, warriors of conservative American Christ. It's kind of creepy. But he, like, you got that extreme. But then you have people who just won't let their kids be told no. Not even that they won't say no. They'll cross the street and be like, no, you can't do that. That doesn't happen very much. I'm not going to pretend like it does. But it's out there. And then you got parents who are just, you know, not involved in their kids. Usually because they're working. Which, you know, as you get older, you look back at those 80s and 90s films where the dad is always working, and so he can't be there for his kid's little league game. And we're meant to feel sorry for him. And the whole film is about how the dad... Hook, for example. Fuck that noise. Dad owns a mansion. Have you seen how you guys live? He's taking that fucking business call. He's missing your little league game. Get over it. Like, as I get older, I'm like, you inconsiderate little shits. Yeah, it sucks he's not there. He probably wants to be there. Or maybe he doesn't. Have you ever thought about that, kid? You ever thought about how you're a disappointment to him? How you let him down again and again and again? To the point where the monotony of work is heaven compared to 5 minutes of your bitching and whining. Anyway, here's a $10 Amazon gift card. Happy birthday, Pumpkin. I'm gonna go now and do anything else. Literally anything. Bye. That got bleak. I'm in a bleak mood today, but with a big smile.
And so, through my connections in Congress, I will be advocating for the Anti-Predator Act. What this act will do is give the government and several large tech companies kernel-level access to your PC, so we can finally put an end to these monstrous acts.
He wouldn't steal a driver's license. I like the misspelling. So why hand yours over? It's true. Don't give him your details. I've been hacked before. God damn, that opening. You would... Some of the best old DVD rips on Pirate Bay are the ones that include that in it. You wouldn't steal a handbag. You wouldn't steal a movie. And I'm like... I am. What the fuck you gonna do about it? Pirating for decades and no one stopped me. Why would they? Especially with the studio system of today. It was child's play compared back to what we had in the old days. Of course, this is all hypothetical. I love that game, Hypothetical, where you do all the hypothetical things. What happens if you drink whale milk? Well, you better do it while looking straight at the camera and go, yummy, yummy, it's in my tummy, tummy.
You know, it's not possible to drink whale milk. What I mean is, it has a very thick consistency, more like cream, so you might need a spoon. Scientists have looked at the composition of whale milk. Can you imagine trying to get the samples for that? They found that whale milk is very different to cow milk or human milk. It's super fatty, up to 50% fat, which is like double cream. You could drink it, but you'd probably feel quite sick because of the richness, and apparently it tastes quite fishy. And if you incorporated whale milk into your diet, you'd probably gain weight pretty quickly due to the high fat content. For example, blue whale calves can gain around 100 kilos a day. But then again, they're downing lots of this stuff, like 200 liters a day, which is the volume of a bathtub.
Alright. My counter to that is you could sell it for people who are trying to gain weight quickly. If it's very fatty, what you do is you get rid of the flavor. That's the main issue. And then you can fill out the flavor with whatever you like. But I'm sure there are easier ways to go about getting fat. It reminds me of those emergency packs you give to like the starving kids in the UN refugee camps. The ones that are born malnourished. And they can't eat food. Like, they just can't. So they have to be given this sort of incredibly high caloric meal. It's like 5,000 calories, 8,000 calories per little thing. And it's mostly like, it starts as a base of peanut butter, I think. And it just goes up from there. It's insane. I imagine this would be the same. Woman makes disturbing discovery in bathroom. Leave that for a bit. Oh, this is good. Eating only vending machines for 24 hours. Dancing bacon. I was going to watch this on another stream a while ago. Bearded Ramblings. But it was like nearly 20 minutes. So, now I can. Video, I'm going to try owning vending machines in Singapore for 24 hours. Here's the counter to that. Done. Easily. You just drink bottled water from a vending machine. You eat one of those like protein bars from a vending machine. And because you're in Singapore, you can probably get some noodles. Just get a couple of protein bars, put them in your pocket. A couple of bottled waters, put them in your pocket. And then for dinner, get yourself like 1 or 2 noodles. And there. I'm sure you can also get tea, coffee, beer. I've gotten beer from a vending machine. We don't have them in Ireland, oddly enough. But what we do have, but I had them in France. That was nice. God, I got so drunk. I look like a little Eskimo. Aww. Cultural appropriation. Actually, if I got myself like the little goggles, I'd look like that Flash villain who uses ice. Alright, I don't need annotations on for this. He provides some freshly made coffee. Okay. Fresh beans. 60 copy. Copy near me National Day. I wonder how much that is. Free goodies, I have a cardboard sleeve. That's clever. Just having the little side thing there. But where I'm from, Dublin, they'd just be stolen in 5 seconds. So we'll just trash it up for the sake of it. What's this? Oh. Lid. Nice. A salad. Okay. And a yogurt. That's a healthy breakfast. A salad, a yogurt, and a cup of coffee. Now you're ready to tackle not dropping your chewing gum on the ground. Seriously, Singapore is really strict on that shit. I'd like to go to Singapore. Wait, you have your coffee. Why do you need orange juice and your coffee? I say that with a cup of coffee and a cup of tea next to me. This is a lot. Jesus. Like, what's the point of living off a vending machine if you're actually not gonna, like, save a little bit of money? Through a pickup code. Okay, well, that's fair. Can't be showing that. That's cool. I think this is a bit convoluted. It's actually a little too convoluted. That vending machine in Japan was like from the 70s and had burgers and shit. I like that bag. That's cool. I like that. Oh, $1 for coffee. Okay, that's not terrible. Our local coffee bean flavor, which almost tastes like matcha. Caesar shake salad with extra toppings. Okay. Oh look, it actually lets you choose the things you want to put into the bags. Walnut, nice. Croutons. Parmesan. Chicken. Ew. This is like so much. Now we good. Okay. Yo. Tastes fresh and healthy. I don't know about that. That's a lot of weird stuff in there, but okay. OJ? There's something oddly erotic about this. I don't approve. $3 for that. Spicy, fish cake, tofu, puff. That's a lot for 3. This is good value. I will say that. Just pick the salad or pick the cooked dish. Don't need to have both. I just plan to skip lunch. Nice. Would you believe that and a cup of coffee would do me for breakfast? I'm not saying I wouldn't feel hungry later, but it would do me at the start, especially if I'm on the move. Get a sandwich like 2 or 3 hours later. I've eaten so much granola as of late. My God. I think I might have actually hit the wall. Later, I'm at a football club. That you are. Cool. For they have special vending machines here. First in Singapore, hot pita and goreng in a cup by Springleaf. I don't know what any of these things. 1 egg and 1 plain, 2 pretzels. Okay. Local Indian food. Intriguing. Of course, over here, vending machines will just give you, if it's food, it'll just give you the standard stuff, you know. You might find a coffee machine here and there, but it's mostly going to be sweets, water, coffee, tea. You can find ones that might sell you like earbuds and stuff like that. Otteru. Bom, bom, bom. What the hell? This is a strawberry milkshake thing? I think we need to get a video like this, but of like an African vending machine. I'm sure some of them do that. Second vending machine food haul of the day. Passion fruit ice jelly, $2. I like passion fruit. This could be nice. Don't know what makes it jelly. Ew. Ew! Jello shots. Let's see why you do that. $4 for that? I like that. I like the way it's in its own little packaging. Yeah, I know the type. Wow, that's some watery curry. I like the sort of ladle fork. You say it's convenient, but I don't know, it looks very prone to spilling. It's my clumsy ass. I'd like that. Here's a chili. I'd probably take a lot of these satchels and pouches home with me and add them to different meals. I do that with my ketchup pouches and shit. And brown sugar. If I go to a cafe or a hotel, I'm going back with at least 20 brown sugars. Pomelo. Huh. I like how formal he says. For I heard they had some delicious vending machines here. That is such a weird statement. You know, you don't go there for the stores. You don't go there for the even the food court. No, they got a vending machine there that will rock your socks off. What is this? A pie? Buttertown. Facebook. Boo. White chocolate and chocolate Siopan. Okay. I like the minimalistic packaging. So that and a cup of coffee would be kind of nice. White chocolate one. We need more white chocolate bread. Everyone always gets like dark chocolate. That might be nice. I know the type, anyway. Yeah, they're just chocolate croissants. Nice. In the south of France, you get them a lot. Oh man, cake slices. You gotta wonder how long it took them to get here. Spend all day going to eating places. Yeah. Fuck diets. Give me more machine cake. Uncle Lee's Confectionery. $17 for a whole cake, though. Better be a. That is a proper cake. I will just say that. It looks nice. But 17? God, I love watching cake getting cut. I need to start watching those. Is it cake or is it real? Spongy. Yeah, but if you eat the whole thing, you're gonna feel heavy. Yeah, I was gonna say, Christ, you've been eating all day. Like a slice of pizza. I like this. These things would be ripped to shreds in a lot of places in Ireland. Especially Dublin. Junkies getting at them. You notice there's nowhere to put actual money in? It's all... Love how after everything, it's just an old school microwave. Feels so weird for him to put it in the actual packaging in. Didn't even pierce the lid. Ew. Well, that's a microwavable pizza. $2 for that. Alright, mileage may vary, I guess. I mean... More curious about the peach oolong tea, honestly. The next nearest vending machine to me that doesn't sell cigarettes is in goddamn, like, the train station. Oh, almost spilled it. I'd give that a go. Cobes would like that. What's the alcoholic content? There's no booze in it. Oh, never mind then. Well, this pizza's so small, I've got enough space. Jesus. Hey, I know this popcorn brand. I think I do. Alright, popcorn. Looks like popcorn. Healthy and delicious. Well, if they don't add any butter to it or extra salt, then it can be healthy, yeah. As for delicious, getting rid of that, I don't know. $3! $3 for that. The differences in prices for things, those ones at the start of it were so valuable. Like, I can pick up a thing like this from Tesco's for 50 cents. One of the microwavable ones. You just need a microwave. Boom. Yep. You have to eat with them for a week. That's cool. Like, it's interesting. It's just, I don't know. It didn't seem like much of a challenge. How one woman... Oh, no, that's not fun. Opening Lizard Booster Pack.
Okay, guys, today we're going to be opening up a Lizard Booster Pack. I think that's going to be pretty exciting. Oh, yes, dude, we got Sunflower Golden Gecko. Exactly the thing I was looking for. I was really hoping for this on the poll. The packs are kind of transparent, so you can sort of tell what you're going to get. I couldn't tell what variant it was, but I'm excited it was the one I wanted.
He's so chill for having his entire skin peeled off.
Okay, guys, today we're going to be opening up a Lizard Booster Pack. I think that's going to be pretty exciting. Oh, yes, dude, we got Sunflower Golden Gecko. Exactly the thing I was looking for. I was really hoping for this on the poll. The packs are kind of transparent, so you can sort of tell what you're going to get. I couldn't tell what variant it was, but I'm excited it was the one I wanted. Okay, guys, today we're going to be opening up a Lizard Booster Pack. I think...
Sorry. My back's a little bit sore. Oh man, I've only been streaming for an hour. Actually, a little less. A little more than an hour. Alright. Tasty chicken tenders.
Glazed chicken tenders are one of the best lunches of all time.
Everyone told me that...
Oh, this is Woke Karen. I love this dude. He, while he does, like, really cool videos, like, he looks at cool stuff, or he, prepares food, he'll talk about some really important topic.
The new Superman movie was super pro-Palestine and anti-Israel, but I was expecting the typical both sides, let's just all be friends and stop the completely proportional cycle of violence commentary trope that horribly misrepresents this ongoing genocide in analogy. But without spoiling anything, damn, hell yeah. And in retrospect, I shouldn't be surprised. I thought damn hell yeah about the political messaging in James's last DC movie.
What's it in, on Twitter? It's the only place I've seen where people are ripping apart the movie based on its politics, which boils down to superheroes don't kill people. No, Superman doesn't kill people. Superheroes often do. Tons of them do. All the time. Some of them actively talk about killing them all the time. Wonder Woman actively murders, well, sometimes murders outright people. She just like, will slaughter things. She's a warlord. In one reality, she rules over what's left of Earth. As an Amazonian, like, super queen, fighting Atlantis. But the only reason I didn't like it was because brown woman in mask.
So there's that. The fact that this movie made Ben Shapiro produce one of the most soy-jackable images of all time.
It looks like he doesn't know if he is farting or sharding. But he has to keep a good face.
Well, and just how well executed, warm, and uplifting this movie is, all of these things had me leave the theater with a big grin. It's like 2 hours and 8 minutes of very...
Now, I don't like the film because I didn't find it interesting. But I think it was nowhere near a character assassination. It was a great interpretation of Superman. But I found it a bit dull. That's it. Not for the politics. I thought the politics was on point and awesome. The movie itself, predictable, lame, even. Mr. Terrific was fantastic. He was terrific, if you will. Crypto, a little bit in your face, but other than that, I believed him to be a real dog. Like, I liked the film. I didn't love it, and that was annoying, because it's a Superman film. I should love it. But the politics were dope. Fucking hell yeah. And I love how so many people were complaining about it. Because those people are people I don't like. Except when they were doing it like I was, and saying it was just not that great of a movie on its own.
Very effective Hope Core. So if you saw it or are going to see it, the messages hit you in your heart, and you're still riding that high, consider contributing to my friend Hassan's campaign. This family, like all other families in the Gaza Strip, are...
Yeah, he's trying to help out a family out of Gaza. But some idiot thought that he was trying to raise money for Hassan Piker. And he's like, how pathetic will you have to be to raise money for a millionaire? Yeah, it's a common name, motherfucker. Alright, let's see. Trading places to see who has it tougher.
You wouldn't last one day in my shoes.
Then let's trade places and see who has it tougher.
Fine. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Who the hell are you? Where's Brad?
Oh, I'm Brad's friend, Scott. We're trading places to see who has it tougher.
Hi,
Can you
Scott.
believe these guys?
Yeah, it's impossible to find good employees these days.
Especially in construction.
Oh, you think you got it tougher than me?
So, are we selling something, or?
Honestly, I have no idea. Should I just start smashing stuff, or...
Whoa, 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 whoa. You can't just start smashing stuff.
You think
I love the gun down his front.
this is easy?
I'm gonna stop you right there. I already switched places with my friend. I'm actually an electrician.
All right. Too many people are switching places. This town is gonna fall apart.
Easy for you to say.
Oh, you think it's easy being the mayor? Okay, so now you're all the mayor, and I have all the jobs.
We've got a ribbon cutting ceremony you all need to get to.
Not so easy, is it?
Well, you have to build a building.
And run a business.
And shoot unarmed minorities.
Yeah.
That part might be a little fun, but then you really shouldn't be finding it fun or doing it in the first place.
Wait, guys, this is crazy. And then I make a speech about how the grass is always greener. You get it. Ties the whole thing up.
He's absolutely right.
And so the town was saved.
Millions died. Happy Hanukkah. 101 problems and the Dalmatian ain't one.
Oh, I'm okay. Been kind of
this
a long
dude.
day. Oh, thank you. That feels really nice.
Get out of here! You will knock every dot off your fluffin' face!
Yeah, that's right. I got 101 problems and a Dalmatian ain't one.
Now, in all fairness, don't hit a Dalmatian. They're so inbred, they're probably gonna die pretty soon of natural causes. And actually, that's really sad.
Oh, I'm okay.
That's it? Okay, normally it's a compilation. I've got a lot of, like, really sad ones. Like, this one, woman makes disturbing discovery in bathroom. Like, I know what this story is. It's fucking wild.
I'm calling because we just received an anonymous tip that someone has a camera in our employee bathroom and is uploading videos online.
Can I replace? Police department! Police department!
You still haven't raised my charges. Where's our charges? You're not supposed to...
Okay. While he's also a piece of shit, is I just don't like the way he speaks. Although when I say it, it makes me sound like I'm trying to challenge in August St. Cloud from the Venture Brothers. So, what's your superpower? I have vast quantities of money.
To be judgmental to anybody's crimes, by the way.
I fell on my
July
bummy
19th,
bum.
2022,
This
the
guy's a
police in Ann
scumbag.
Arbor, Michigan responded to the Briarwood shopping mall after receiving this unusual call about video footage from a store bathroom being uploaded
Look how empty
online.
the well, that could be morning, actually,
Horrifically, the resulting investigation into a tech-savvy peeping Tom would spread throughout the city of Ann Arbor. The final number of cameras and victims is enough to make your skin crawl.
Yeah, this is
The following
fucking
footage has
crazy.
never been seen before. After receiving the 911 call, an officer headed out to the Briarwood Mall to get more information about the camera supposedly hidden in the bathroom of the store Altered State. The story the manager on duty had to tell was a strange one.
This morning, it was my boss who took the phone call. I don't know what time it was this morning from a restricted number. He was like, it's a restricted website. You're not going to find it, but I just wanted to let you know.
The responding officer headed to the bathroom to take a look for herself. Notably, the bathroom was usually reserved for employees, which significantly narrowed down the pool of suspects.
And did you go through all the toilet paper? We did. We moved it around a little bit. We could probably look through it again because some of them were like sideways, yeah, on that shelf. But I mean, I don't know how. I know they can be tiny.
Police would learn soon enough that the employees at Altered State were not the only ones to have their privacy violated. In an unanticipated shocker, the police would find over 200 hidden camera videos from no less than 7 different bathrooms throughout the city over the next month and a half.
Why did he take a picture of himself? I mean, as you're going to find out, this guy's a fucking idiot on top of being a scumbag. But
all were filmed without consent between January and July 2022. Horrifically, this included illegal images of children.
Yep.
The depravity didn't stop there. When searching the offender's laptop, the police found he had engaged with online adult websites, where images and personal information of unknowing victims were distributed. Police suspected the culprit intended to participate in such exchanges after they found additional images of...
I'm actually surprised his desktop picture is just generic. Like Windows desktop and not like something that has to be blurred out.
The victims taken from social media downloaded to his laptop. At the onset of the investigation, however, police had no idea how extensively the privacy of many residents of Ann Arbor had been breached.
Yeah, if you press that up, you can see the spot where the dust was like cleared off at.
But even though the officer looked in the vent and light fixture herself, no camera was found.
Did you find anything in the restroom there or no? No, but everything's ripped apart so everybody can look. Like we ripped apart the vent of the toilet, the light switch, the switch by the sink. Like we've ripped everything apart and we're not finding anything.
Even though the anonymous caller believed the video he saw was a live stream, he could have been mistaken. The working theory was that the culprit could have put the camera up at the start of a shift and then taken it home to upload the footage. Something else the anonymous caller said prevented the current lack of evidence from stonewalling the investigation.
And then he's like, do you have a tall African-American or Hispanic male who works for you? Which we do. We have one male that's tall African-American that works here. And he goes, I would look there.
The man fitting the caller's description was 36-year-old Eric Deshaun Morton. This was not his first run-in with police.
But everyone said he was going to the bathroom a lot last night, and they thought that he just like...
So, it makes sense that the first person you'd look for is the convicted... Well, I suppose you wouldn't know he'd be convicted yet.
Was trying to not work.
It seemed likely that Eric was up to something far more nefarious than just slacking, especially when the manager added that he made a habit of using the ladies' restroom.
Why did you let him, though? Like, it's either one bathroom for everyone, or you have 2 or more bathrooms. Like, obviously, if one of them's broken, you gotta use the other one, but why? Like, wouldn't it raise some eyebrows? If you gotta rush to the toilet and the nearest one's the ladies, fine, whatever. But, come on.
Rather than the men's room. When he was previously asked about this, Eric made the excuse that he used the ladies' room because it was stocked with gloves, which he said he liked to wear while he worked.
Cool. Here's what you do. You take some of those gloves and you leave them out. That's it. You just leave them separate and go, all right, you like to use the gloves? Here you go. Now you got no excuse to be using the women's bathroom whatsoever.
July 22nd, Ann Arbor police sought a better explanation when they showed up at Eric's apartment with a search warrant and a master key from the property manager.
Ann Arbor, please. Ann Arbor, please.
Moving upstairs.
Yep.
Police department. Police
What a lovely
department.
day to get
Police
arrested on.
department. Come on out with your hands up. Come on out. Hands up. Hands up. Where we see him? Last section. Don't got nothing on you to worry about?
Oh, just detain him
Yeah,
until
go ahead.
Yeah, we can do that.
They don't is there anyone else inside the house?
My son inside there.
How old is it?
6 years old.
6 years? Okay.
Where's he at? He's upstairs right now.
Is he awake?
Yes, he is.
Is he the only one in?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Here, can you go ahead and see him?
He-
Are you good if I bring your son down here to you?
Yes, I can get him.
After learning that Eric's son was present, the officers
I just
decided
realized he sounds like a Discord mod. And what are memes famous about Discord mods? You know, now I'm going to explain why lolly is actually quite legal.
to uncuff him. They escorted his son outside to play and brought out some snacks to keep the child occupied while the search progressed. This isn't necessarily protocol, but rather a considerate way to avoid traumatizing a child. One of the first things the investigators might have noticed when they entered the living room was a laptop computer open in front of the couch. A pen camera containing a micro SD card was connected via USB. A little more investigation revealed the presence of several additional laptops and tablets, including this file organizer of MacBooks. While this might seem like a lot of equipment, this was just the beginning of what the police found. When going through one of the bedrooms, they found a small black bag containing more hidden cameras, some of which were like the pen camera found in the living room.
Why?
Memory cards, adapters, and external hard drives were also inside. Finally, Eric's phone and several unopened Amazon boxes were also collected as possible evidence. Eric wasn't taken into custody at this time, as simply owning these items wasn't a punishable offense.
No, but come on, it's all kind of connecting the dots. What does he... Like, why would he need those?
However, the electronics were all sent for forensic analysis. Over the next month and a half, computer forensics experts discovered his stash of more than 200 secretly recorded videos of people using the bathroom. And that was only the beginning of what Eric had been up to. On September 6th, 7 weeks exactly since the initial investigation at Altered State, the police tracked Eric down at his other job at a local hotel. Little did he know when he showed up for his shift that he was in for quite an unpleasant surprise.
How are you? Hello. Hey, let's go. You hanging? Good. Wonderful. Story.
Fire.
Sure.
Well, yes. There's one. Turn off this red bumper. You don't work for your red button.
Okay.
One of the officers went to the building next door to retrieve a manager to cover the rest of Eric's shift, while the others on the scene proceeded with the arrest.
Seems like this hotel is kind of low on people.
You might notice that Eric wasn't read his Miranda rights. Ideally, only the detective who interviews a suspect will do this.
Okay.
Arresting officers are not supposed to ask questions about the case. However, anything a suspect says unprompted before they're advised of their rights would still be admissible in court.
Yep.
In these instances, the officers should not respond, as asking further questions could render the information non-admissible.
Not gonna do that. Just keep your feet spread. No, sir. I still have to search it. It's just policy. I understand that.
This wasn't the first encounter Eric had had with law enforcement. He'd previously been arrested back in 2015, coincidentally by some of the same officers.
A similar
in May
case.
2015,
See?
Eric was arrested after a woman caught him filming her through a peephole while she used a porta potty.
Like I said, I mean, it could be a setup, but I mean, come on, like, it's all there. I'm glad they didn't, like, procrastinate. I gotta say this, though, it's just that jaw. That fucking jaw. Like, it's just the way it's kind of, like, elongated into a sounds like this. It's just,
Further
I'm very judgmental and mean to people sometimes based on their physical appearance, and I shouldn't be. I'm one to judge. You know. Sure, I have a nice jaw, but as the years go on, the jowl is getting worse. No matter how much weight I lose, I'm not losing this bad boy. It's only getting bigger. You know, I can say, oh, I don't like some people's haircuts. Well, at least they have hair. You know? Glass houses. But me having these issues physically, pro or con, it don't matter. I got a nice nose, for example. It don't result in what I say any less true. I don't like the broccoli haircut on modern day kids. I don't like the noodle haircut that preceded it. His jaw, the way he talks, it kind of, yeah. But of course, it's all superseded with the fact that this guy is a sex offender. So, yeah.
Investigation revealed more.
He
of
could be the
Eric's
most
disturbing
handsome,
behavior.
giga-chatted motherfucker on the planet. He's still a scumbag.
In 2022, Eric was confronted by a coworker who found a camera disguised as a phone charger in the women's restroom. It was plugged in and facing the toilet. Eric insisted it was a regular phone charger and fled with the device.
I like how they're showing this random footage that they found from his phone of him just doing stupid shit.
Surprisingly, he was fired from his job. Though the basic facts of the case were already beyond the pale, the case escalated to a whole new
And then all the clutter. His house is so cluttered.
level when the police found an appalling 7,000 videos of unclothed or partially clothed people in Eric's possession. Some had even been recorded in a private residence. They
How do you
also
manage
found
that?
images taken up women's skirts, which suggested he had a camera device attached to his shoe.
That is so common now. Like, it always was. As soon as we had cameras, there was always people going up skirts with them. But, you know, back in the old days when you had the giant-ass cameras, it was a lot harder to hide that shit. But I've seen enough footage now of, like, especially in bookstores, guys going in and following people going... Yeah. It's really... Beyond the obvious invasion of privacy, it's really just strange to me.
This particular unpleasant collection dated all the way back to 2010.
Must be a power play.
He'd also been arrested for similar actions in 2006.
Jesus.
Though this was cleared from his record through a program for young first-time offenders.
He's just
I'm not gonna say anything. Sorry.
he's just a machine for being a voyeur. Everyone's got a little bit of voyeurism, but you know, it never goes past the point where you're like, hey, this porn video is really hot. I'm gonna go across to my neighbor and set up a camera. It's not really how most people think. I don't think this guy even had the porn. I think immediately he was just there like, I gotta go onto Amazon and buy 40 pen cameras.
Last name, though. So, I mean, you gotta be booked. This is not like anything investigatory. I mean, you guys know my last name. I do not know who you are. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, I'm really a big deal.
The police were able to retrieve Eric's information from the arrest warrant and proceed with the booking. However, there was one more surprise in store for the night.
And the pen drive that you just took also belongs in the wallet too.
Right, we're gonna seize that.
Are you gonna put it in my property as well?
No, this will go into evidence.
The thumb drive contained exactly what you'd expect.
I don't think you guys even told me what the warrant was for.
I wish more perverts, like the bad perverts, not the good perverts like me, but the bad perverts who actually like hurt people with their preferences, like this motherfucker. I wish they were all as dumb as this guy, so they could be caught more often.
Let's read it. What? Capturing and distributing image of unclothed person.
After his arrest on September 6th, Eric paid his set
Why
bail
is he
of
so shocked?
$100,000.
It's the same.
But just a few days later, police were tracking him down yet again on September 15th.
I still haven't got my charges, sir.
What's that?
I still haven't got my charges of what I'm being arrested for.
Why?
Same thing you were.
Is he like, he makes money doing his jobs. So why does he need to do this too?
Well, can you please tell me my charges specifically, please? You still haven't raised my charges. What's our charges?
Yep, another like 14 counts of your video stuff. We got more. The same stuff that you were arrested for a week ago.
Okay. This is a pending investigation, but if you guys already know that.
Okay, but there's more charges, so more times equals more charges.
Yeah, it's gonna get squashed in the same case, though.
Oh.
Sure, buddy. Sure it will. Like the last time and the time before that.
Okay.
What I mean by squash is gonna get put together in the same case. It's not two separate cases.
Does he not have a belt on him? Oh, I can see it there, yeah.
So everything they found, they said they found it is under the same case, pretty much.
No.
Because the investigation's still pending. So
say you walk
I think he
into a
might
private
actually be
building
mentally ill,
and you punch
like or
15
like mentally
people in the
deficient.
face in one time period, right? That's 15 different victims. Each victim is a different case.
okay, so that person gets arrested and he bails out. How in the world is he getting charged again for it? The 15 people has already been done, right? So how
maybe it was actually 18 people, and 3 more people didn't know what had happened, and then they came.
He sounds a
forward and
bit
we
like
had those new
Troy.
So how come the
The
charges
cop.
aren't just added to the original case that was?
Not just adding, because you can't be rearrested on something you were already
Yeah.
arrested for.
Even more of Eric's hidden bathroom cameras were found after his arrest in 2022. It seems like getting caught never became a deterrent for Eric.
Some people are. I am so terrified of prison because your ability to do anything is gone. You know, it might as well be forcing you to stare at the same four. It is literally making you stare at the same 4 walls for years at an end, and afterwards you always got to deal with the fact that you were in prison. So it's like such a horrible idea of being in prison. Like it is a deterrent to me. But other people will be like, don't care, gonna commit crimes.
Previously served time for similar actions. Some timestamps on his recordings even showed that he continued his ways on the same day he was discharged, leading to his present arrest. But despite the overwhelming evidence against him, Eric attempted to shift the blame away from himself.
Hey, detective.
He wants to ask.
Yeah, detective. You know the phone that you took?
Yeah.
That's not my phone.
Okay, it's in your possession, man.
Yeah, I know it's in my possession. It's not.
Who's it belong to?
It belongs to one of my brother's friends.
Let me just do what I need to do with it, and if I can prove that it's nothing that I need, I'll turn it back
My
on.
lawyer will be in contact with you, okay?
Sounds good.
Eric's mood did not improve on the way to the police station.
Oh yeah, by the way, officer, when you say that I do worse stuff, you're supposed to be an officer of the law, not supposed to be judgmental to anybody's crimes like that. By the way, you're not supposed to be judgmental to anybody's crimes. By the way, I need your best.
Yeah, that's why I'd be a shit cop, because I am. I'd be like, wow, look at all this prior evidence, and then you're doing it again, and we found all the evidence on you, just like last time. I think you're going to get done for this. It's kind of obvious. You can't do that. Yeah, I can. Wait, no. No, this is exactly what the cop's doing because he's in the moral right. So, and the legal right, too. It's pretty much a 99.999. It would have to be some crazy, convoluted series of events for him to be done up on this.
No, when I say I do worse, when you say I do worse stuff when I was getting in the car.
No, when you said
you're not supposed to do that.
Don't fight, I said, you're right. It's worse.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to do that.
Why am I not?
Because you're not supposed to judge crimes. You're supposed to be. Okay.
What are you talking about?
All right, man.
Unlike the previous case against him, 15 victims had been successfully identified in this one.
Hey, stranger.
That's what my nan used to say to people who she knew but she couldn't remember her name. Ah, hello, stranger.
2024, Eric was convicted of 13 felonies. Eric was sentenced to 8 to 20 years and will not be eligible for parole until 2030.
Good.
The true number of Eric Morton's victims, along with the identity of the anonymous caller who started the investigation, will likely never be known.
Yeah, that's the weird part. Someone was watching those videos on basically the dark web or behind a paywall, and then, I don't know, maybe had like a moral moment, or they had more likely a drama with that guy. Ooh. Jesus. Trump just dropped another bizarre Confifi-style post in the internet post. 2014, Mark Hamill compared MAGA Republican, new word to the list. Bella. Bleh. It's not Bella, it's Blair. Blair. Where he just said Confifi. Despite the constant negative press, Confifi. I love the idea of him just like on the toilet doing this. Confifi. Good old cups of Confifi, which I'm finished now anyway. Honestly, speaking of finished, if on the hour chat doesn't pick up, if you guys don't like show any real interest, I suppose there's no reason for me to be in too much agony, right? It's getting late. I can call it quits. Alright, I just wanted to do a video. Stream, I should say.
Police ended this chase with a tool you've probably never seen. Watch this.
It's the cow catcher thing, isn't it? The grapple. Yeah, I've seen this. Not this particular video. Yeah. You ain't breaking up. I don't know why, but when they say, you won't believe what happens next, I'm like, no, I can probably guess what's happening. Let's see. Glitch. Oh, new Fredo.
Number 5. I admire your confidence in the...
Victorian English. Should not wish to fatigue your mind with the particulars. Don't worry about it. Aristocratic English. Should not trouble your matters of complexity. Gentlemanly English. It is plain that you speak from the heart rather than the head. Witty English. You have the enviable gift of simplicity. Sarcastic English. Admire your confidence in the absence of knowledge. This is the sort of whiny shit you'd see like early debate bro atheists using. A lot of them on the spectrum. Or like Jordan Peterson fans and shit.
The absence of knowledge.
Now, my scholarly brother, although I appreciate the heterogeneity, I feel as if there's a very important variable missing from this equation. And that would be the Southern English. Because see, while I can appreciate the variety of ways that you can construct a sentence or you know, the complexity that requires you to have a basic level of comprehension skills to understand that it is an insult. I feel like it brushes over a very important aspect that is found commonly in Southern dialect, which is the speed. Because see, down south, we like to paraphrase. You know, we'll turn a word or a sentence into just a sound effect sometimes. You know, we turn he don't even into he ain't in. You know what I mean? Like, even where I'm from, Mississippi, we don't say Mississippi. We say Mississippi or just a sip. And so for that reason, instead of saying all those fancy words, we would just say, bless your heart. You know, or if you like me and you like to get creative with it, I'll tell a person that they're immune to headaches.
Very creative. We would say something like, ah, geez, what a bell end. Feckin' Egypt. Yeah. Yeah, feckin' Egypt. Or gobshite. Yeah, gobshite. Yeah, pillock. I like maroon. What a maroon.
Alien, which
Yes.
was one of the events of the year.
Yes.
Absolutely one of the events of the year.
Events of the year. Technically, for 365 days, unless it's a leap year, any event is an event, but go on.
Yeah, that holds up to this day. Dan O'Bannon, and I think Ron Shusett, that's the way you pronounce his name. Shusett. Wrote Alien to get a movie going with Corman. So they wrote their version of what they thought a good New World picture would be that could be doable. Okay, it's all in a spaceship and da-da-da-da-da-da. And so they get it to Corman's people, and they read it, and they're interested. But they're not, like, snapping it up right away. All right? They're thinking about it. All right? And somehow, David Giler and Walter Hill get it. And they read it, and they go, this script isn't really very good. But it's got a great idea, and it's got a great premise. I think we could do this as a big movie. I think we could do I mean, a small movie for Fox, but a big movie for this movie. But we could really do it classy. And so they got in it. I think they made the script a lot better. They added the entire class consciousness. Well, they made Ripley a female, and they are the ones that added the whole class system between the ship and a lot of other things.
Yeah, there was this sort of unspoken thing on the surface. You got to go back, but there's this sort of inner sort of like echelon of important people, which is of course hinted at because Weyland-Yutani is a dog shit, awful organization to work for, and they've got all this different types of like tiered importance. The Aliens universe has been fleshed out so much, particularly by the second film. I need to watch Alien Earth. I need to sit down. I should maybe start looking into that maybe tomorrow, because I don't plan to give you guys a stream of any Stripe tomorrow. That could change. I mean, today, but still.
Walter Hill told me that part of the reason that they were even going to do Alien is Fox had to set up at Pinewood Studios because they had done Star Wars there. They had just done Empire Strikes Back. So they had this whole apparatus ready to go at Pinewood Studios with people who know effects. That's the reason we're going to do it, because we have that.
There hadn't really been effects like this in movies. Same with Star Wars. The only time that come close was 2001: A Space Odyssey. And the only people who could pull that off is Pinewood, the people who did James Bond films and the Hitchcock films. There had been anything really like this. Special effects on movies were like sets, like Star Trek, that would shake because of camera movements, or like intentional bits that would fall off. There was like monster films and shit, but those would be models. This was such a incredibly hard to pull off movie on the surface. It's why Aliens is beyond a horror film, beyond a sci-fi film. It's one of the most important films. You wouldn't have Terminator without it. You wouldn't have had RoboCop without it. You wouldn't have had all those sort of big budget. You probably would have had Conan, but that's because that's going in the opposite direction.
All set up there. So Walter Hill has decided I don't want to direct it because I don't know enough about special effects, but I'll Godfather it. They offered it to all these people. They all turned them down. They offered it to one director after another. Each director kept turning them down. Walter talks about, we offered it to Jack Gold. Now, Jack Gold is actually a good director, but Jack Gold is famous for, he's a British TV movie director. But most of his movies are really classy British TV movies. Jack Gold turned it down. And Walter Hill's like, okay, when you've got a greenlit Go film from 20th Century Fox and Jack Gold's turning you down, all right, you got a problem. And so they offered it to Robert Aldrich, and Aldrich said yes. Come and meet me. So Giler and Walter Hill go to meet Robert Aldrich. So this is like 1980.
Yeah.
Well, 79. And so they go to meet Robert Aldrich, and Aldrich is like, big burly guy, and he's like, okay, so why aren't you doing it if it's so damn good? Well, I don't feel comfortable with special effects and stuff. I don't feel comfortable enough dealing in that world. Well, I guess I can understand that. I don't have any problem with that. Well, I think you got a terrific picture here. I mean, I think, look, I agree. Story's very interesting. Story's great. You got a good movie. We can scare the hell out of the audiences with this. It's a great setup, great story. What are we gonna do about this damn alien, though? That's what I gotta say. I don't want a guy in a suit. Don't want that. Now, it's impossible to contemplate Alien without taking H.R. Geiger into effect and his
Yeah, but that hadn't come out yet. Like, that part wasn't added to it. The same way with Geiger in... we wouldn't have had Dune. Because Dune was so, like, heavily inspired by H.R. Geiger. And the only reason people really, really focused on him was, of course, because of this.
Concept of the creature. But you have to put yourself in a world where that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
H.R. Geiger has not been hired. There is no drawings of the alien. They literally are figuring it out.
The lack of the budget also played into why it looked the way it did, the movie. Like, the lighting covered the fact that the first Alien movie and the really bad camera quality at the time that's been touched up since, which is a bad idea. Like, the suit, you can see it's a suit more often than not in some shots. They got a little better in the future ones, but obviously that defeats the purpose of this, which those movies didn't exist yet. But there was just a guy in a suit, but when what's-his-name said, I don't want a guy in a suit, like, he was thinking of something that Riff Tracks would be, well, Mystery Science Theater would be making fun of. Like, this, like, the thing for the, like, Swamp Thing and Creature of the Black Lagoon and stuff like that. Really obvious rubber shit going on. And then they're like, well, why don't we put next to low lighting in it? You just see silhouettes. And we make it so unnatural but so familiar. Yeah, it's really clever. This is what they mean when they say movie magic, because you are creating an illusion of something happened. Gaming does the same thing. Game developers often say that they are illusionists. They are creating a world that you will fall for, like Skyrim or Fallout or Mass Effect or all the big names, all the small games. If you're playing a game of Doom, original Doom, and you believe this jumble of pixels on the screen for a second is a demon trying to invade Earth, they did their job over at id.
And naturally, they come to the the idea of a man in a suit, and they go, "Oh, that's horrible. We can't do that. We can't do that." Aldrich had an interesting idea. It sounds preposterous, but I don't know what that would look like. His idea was, and he was just spitballing, but it was the idea of something
never mind.
Weird. What if we took an...
I'm not pausing on... Never mind. I was going to pause and say there was outright boobs in those shots. But then I accidentally paused.
Orangutan and shaved it. And we shoot inserts of him.
Crawling
and
around.
then that's
the alien. That would have been
cool. Do you know what an orangutan without hair would look like? I don't.
I do. I've seen shaved orangutans. You get to see their full body without, like, how strong they are. Because you see their bellies and you think that, oh, they must be, like... They're naturally strong. Yeah, it's all muscle. it's 100% all muscle. So it would definitely be off-putting. But their size, it would look wrong. I am so glad they went for that weird tube. It's not really a lizard, but the closest analogy is a lizard. You know, you got the spines and the ribs, and you got this huge back phallus thing, and it's whipping barbed tail, and it's unique, and it's beautiful in its elegance, and it's terror-inducing. I mean, when you see a xenomorph coming at you in Alien Isolation, it's just... it is an alien. But unlike, say, Arrival, there's just enough familiarity in it, especially its mouth. It doesn't have eyes, though, and that's a big, important part. It has no eyes. God, the Alien films are good. The Alien franchise is really great. I want there to be more stuff about the companies and the corporations and the countries, like the Three World Empire and the Southern People's Commune. You know, I want to see these sort of nation states. And apparently we can in Alien, in the Aliens TV show, but I'm going to have a look at that. Oh. Whenever these ones play out, it's a 50-50 chance someone will show up or not, and we got some traffic. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do I go on for a little bit more? I'm getting clammy. I feel like Fetterman right now. Here, we'll wrap up with Cheetan. And then we'll leave it. Cheetan! No, Cheetan, no! Cheetan, think of the children. All the children that were forced to make that banner. Yeah! Cheetan will kill millions if we do not stop our beloved Cheetan. Or maybe we should let them. Here.
And now, a trailer for the part of the game you'll remember more than the ending. The Companions.
For me, Outer Worlds was a good concept and shit delivery. I didn't hate streaming it with you guys and playing it on my own. There was a lot of pros. It was just... the world was interesting enough to engage in, and crap enough that I felt disappointed at the end of it. The humor really was hit and miss. A little too much Buffy Vampire Slayer sort of vibe going on. So I hope that's changed.
Let's skip the diplomacy.
Chemically enhancing your statistically unsafe lifestyle.
I like her floppy ear things. What's called this?
This might sting a lot.
Ooh, an enemy.
Son of a...
The graphics haven't really grown that much since the last game. It looks like they could be using the same engine.
Be grateful you're not on fire.
I like the song. It's very because this one, if I'm right, it's going to be showing like a British industrial system, where the last one was like American Gilded Age, and all the problems that come with this. So there's going to be like a royalty version of it. But the Earth Protectorate, ooh, does that mean we're actually going to see the actual federal government that was only ever hinted at, except for that one dude who's like a prisoner. Because I like the overarching story that maybe is not really a spoiler at this point now, but that Earth could be gone. And all these corporations fled Earth to get away from oversight. So they can basically create their laissez-faire utopia, which of course is falling apart. Very Andrew Ryan sort of thing. And now we're going to a system that looks like it's going to be actively working with the country that the corporations fled from. They're actually not fled from it, though. That's the thing. The corporations are in there. It's just that that's their own private holdings. Kind of like corporate space in Star Wars.
And no, you can't sleep with them.
I'm okay with that. You don't necessarily need to sleep with your characters. I mean, there wasn't that many attractive people in that game, in the first game anyway. I'm trying to think. Parvati was hot, but she was ace. So, off the table there. Then you got the Doctor. Yeah, no. I wouldn't mind setting people up on dates though, like the last one. Maybe you could help. Maybe this time they can actually engage with each other on board the ship. That would be kind of cool, and have them like have conversations like the Normandy's crew did, especially in the third game where you could see them across the ship engaging with each other, just chilling. Dragon Age is good for that. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah. 30th of October. And on Steam, so I can go and download it. I should get my hands on it and try to do a live thing of it. This hotel in Scotland's got to come first as soon as I'm back from Northern Ireland. Like, it's not even funny. It's only 280 quid and it's sorted, but I gotta actually put that money aside. Once that's done, I can just relax. I don't even need to put any money in for the rest of the year if I really want to. I'm only going for 4 days. Anyway. I'm a little interested in this game, but that's really where it begins and ends. I'll be like, you know what? I'm probably going to enjoy it. I enjoyed the first one, but I didn't love it. Liked some of the ideas. Other ones, nah. But I'm not going to pre-order anything. Why the fuck would I? No. I'm good. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. If you've watched it and chilled, dope. Hope you've had fun. If not, and you're only watching it after the fact, dope. Hope you had fun. As for me, I got to get off this chair for a little bit and get into my very loose-fitting, scantily clad PJs. Then I will be back on... Don't know, actually. I'm not streaming tomorrow, but I might give you something over on Twitch on Saturday. So be sure to top in for that. Okay, beyond that, I am, of course, back here on Sunday for Bearded Ramblings with Red Eye, when we look at some pretty sad little event, but necessary. Grieving as a community at the loss of one of our own. All right, well, everyone take care, and I will see you again pretty goddamn soon. Sooner if you're on my Discord. At this point now, money, take or leave it, get on my Discord. I want to see that place active as shit. Alright,